Lord. You want to make this a little bit better? I'm just going to drop in front of X-ray specs with it. 2015. It's a nice 82. For sure. What was that again? Yeah, 2003. Those are these properly. 2004. 2020. 21. Whoops. 2017. 84. Yeah, I've got things a little bit more compartmentalized. This one's toning a bit. But no, put them all in their own time spots, and then we'll be doing a deeper account. We're checking out errors and double dies and whatever else might come with it. Well, that one's looking a little hot and bothered. Yeah. One for the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s and up. So yeah, we'll be alright. It's better than last time, just busting pennies out and almost damn near playing Jenga with them. Stack them, they gonna fall. It's 2000. You know, I wanted to say something about that, but you know, we'll get onto that somewhere else. Oops. What's next? 2012. 20. 2016. Is it me? Hold on here. What do we got going? Wow. This one looks like it could be die clashing. Whoops. We're going to have to take a gander a little bit more. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Shouldn't be happening over there or anything like that. I don't know what's going on with there. We'll get on to what we have to. There's something. We'll figure it out. 20. Oh, another 20. anything abnormal, guys, you know, you want to. Ooh, that's totally looking post-mint. Yeah, the whole thing. He got clouded up. Maybe, maybe not. 83. 83 going there. Ooh, that's a healthy 79. Yeah, we're gonna have to strain him. Gotta say some more. That's why it'll be. It won't. It'll be less problematic when we go through decades of them. You know, like one day we'll go through 60s, one day we'll go through 70s, one day we'll go through 50s. Like I said, wheat pennies too. I'll fill the book. Whatever else comes in between. Like little tiny die breaks up over there by O and W. Nothing to get in the twisted way. Yeah, when we were first doing penny hunts, we were ready to do it. We weren't prepared, ready, like having everything where it needed to be. I just knew we were gonna start back up with pennies after we just got done with that box of nickels this morning. Dude, was it me? Is his ear just be looking weird right there? I know they got something called the double ear, but I don't think it's that ear. And why is his ear? Well, that's a wrong way. I guess it's. I don't know what's going on here though. 70s, you know, there, boom. I don't know. I guess it's just his ear. That's just the way he be. It's 2006. Like I said, this is the best way for us to vet them while we're going through them because I just can't toss them down. It's not going to do any justice. We'll obviously pull out any, you know, like wheat pennies or NIFCs that we can clearly see, or errors. But other than that, yeah, let me see. I give you guys a better look at this. I got. See if I can make that better. Yeah. Try. What we got here? 68 Denver. Pretty healthy. 60s. Boom. 2016. Mm-hmm. 92. '21. 2000. Ouch. Got a little worn out up there. '2020. Wow. Is that like a natural toner? Or somebody hit that with the CLI? Oh, look at this. Oh, we got found a nice air. Nice little air. Yeah, we should not be seeing that, guys. That means when, you know, they were pumping these out, whatever year this was. Obviously, you can see the overlapping on the front end of the die, just right there, the line. But on the back, the die, the die and the planche, the dies they had to be worn out at this point, or it was just a off center strike. But either way, causing all of that. That's a nice one. Yeah, this one we keep off this. Put over here with the manatees. Got to remember, when in doubt, have faith and save the manatees. What else do we got here? Let's go. I've been down. Damn, the S and the O are damn near. Ooh. Okay. 8060. Wow, does he have a fucking. Did somebody do a Black X basement lobotomy on his ass? Why does it look like he got like a little baby bow up in his head right there? That's got to be normal, right? That was just his hairdo. It's got to be. It's an 86. We're going to put that off to the side for a second, too, because that ain't feeling too right. It's got to be. There's something weird going on. I know they changed some stuff here and there, but I'm not, like I said, just, this is like our second box that we've ever opened on here, so. That I've ever done. That's a nice 70. Put that in there, boom. Yeah, error. Which is the bread and butter of coins. But, like I said, you gotta make sure you can't run off assumptions. You get something decent enough, you want to get it sent out, vetted, certified, and graded, because then it's registered as an asset, and there is no speculation anymore about it. I mean, we all could know a lot about errors, and like I could show you my very first error, and we all know it might be an error, but it's only what it's perceived to be unless you have it certified. So, geez, I don't know what was happening with him over here. 25. Ooh, 70 Denver. But those are like the type of things that collectors like. I don't know what was going on here in 2019. Oh, some magma on it or something. Little, that probably might be, that's probably post-mint. So, yeah, that's probably some just natural wings. Oh, there we go. There's a nice 70 wide around. 70s. 23. Denver. Two 2002. Sometimes you can find some jacked up stuff you just don't know until you try. Like I said, my very first air got me going. I was like, yeah, hit the ground running, didn't look back. We always be finding some decent stuff. My first air was found in nickels, though. 90. 80. Now I know there's so many different they switched the composition up. So this is like a natural toner. This is a beauty. It's like all purple. Nice 80. 2016. What else do we got? 2015. Like I found one before where like parts of the shield are missing and it's not worn out. You can just see that it flubbed up. 2010. Alright, let's get on to another roll skis here. There's what the ender's looking like. The enders. So they old. They there. See what happens. This one gonna open. Oh, oh sheesh. Oh, I'm worn out. Yeah, they didn't want to open the way I wanted it to. Didn't want to behave. That sucks. It might fall. Oh well. Yeah, I'm having a hard time over here, guys. These are rolled so tight, like compared to like any other denomination of coin. No, I'm serious. Like they really rolled tight. Eventually find a method that'll suit, but until then, I just gotta pop them out this way. It's the only way we can do it. Nothing's gonna get in the way of progress. Alright, mysteries abound. Let's do this. Roll 2. What do we got here? Hold on here, guys. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit so you guys can see more of the coin. I'm sorry, it was already pre-magnified. Somebody else was using it and showing me. That was my bad. 94. Denver dumped it on 2000. Yeah, I remember too, we're looking for those 09s. 09 they made like, I don't know, these special ones. They made like 5 different variants of them. Now, if we do find any Indian heads like we did in the very first box, so be it. But it's all the same. We can get it how we can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 68 Denver. It was in the 60s. 75D. I was like one of the different composition ones. That's a filled in D too. That's why I was glad to have everything set up to where I can put them in decades. 70s. Oh. Don't know what happened to you. 03. 03. Got a little bit of a natural tone coming over here. 08. Whoa, what's going on here? You went through it. They drug you through it, huh? 63 Denver. Front looking A-okay. Oh, the back's looking better, I guess. 60s. And I'm going to get Master Book. We're going to start filling in the book because, like I said, we made some major hits. It's a nice 74D. One's fast, ready to perform. What we got here? Ooh. What is your malfunction? 97. Dun dun dun. $95. I swear, man, when you be seeing, like, look, he's got like a rope going through his head. Is that like normal? Like for real? I see like the part thing, but like, look, like right here too. He be looking a little weird right there. Like somebody did a black axe lobotomy on him, and then over here, like, look at that. That's a straight die crack through his stuff. How are we doing, Opal? Ain't that straight die crack right through his head? Like somebody's turned him into zipper head. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I swear to God, that zipper head now. That's just not looking right. Look, it looks like he's got like a braid or a rope through his hair right there. I know that's how he's supposed to have a part, but like that's a 95. Here's a 74. Wow, look at the 74. 74 is healthy. But that was with the 70s. But yeah, we gotta get back to this. This is a 90. We gotta find another 90 somewhere around here. We will here in a minute. We'll see what's up. 71D. Ooh, the O's gone you. 70s. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? 2022. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm trying to get one of the 90 ones. I know that it's pretty much all the same, but I'm not seeing that damn rope through his head. I'm dead serious. Look at this weird shit. He got a nice little die crack running through his head. It looks like a rope or a braid. I don't know what the hell was happening there. I don't know that, but that's totally an error. If that ain't how it's supposed to be, it don't look like it's supposed to be like that. It's like this one. It looked like somebody gave him unless that's his part. Looks like somebody gave him a black X lobotomy. We'll figure it out though. 82 Denver. I'm liking the toning on this one. 80s. Yeah, I don't feel bad. I'm worn the fuck out from work. And provisions of labor. Anything and everything. 25. I can relate. 76D. What do we got here? Okay, 86. See, it looks like when it came to them, like making these uncertain times, like I said, the dies were just starting to wear out a bit. That's looking a bit common. We're seeing that a bit. 90. And yeah, like he ain't got no braid going through his hair over here and shit. Like I don't know what's going on, but somebody's gonna have to get around to that. Ooh, look at this net. 73. Sounds very fun and eventful. Bet you took a load off on that one. Forget about everything. Pie in the sky. Oh shit. That's cool as hell. We consider that a little die cracker. That might be post-mint. We'll figure it out later. We're not gonna get all crazy with it right now. 83. Yeah, no doubt. Do it on my work breaks. Most definitely. I don't know what was popping up over here. It tried. Like I told you one day, we got one that got a D right here, and then see where his nose lines up with the border? A D right at the end of the coin right there. His double mint mark. That was pretty cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, I can't remember last time I went to the state fair. Probably when my youngest was, still young, taking her. Like I said, she's 18 now, so yeah, it's been some time. 21 Denver. 92 Denver. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna. Wow. You hit too much of it. Hugging the floor to hold on over here, Mr. 66. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I think we got our first Wheatie. I don't know the year frame, which I should because I got a book to put them in. But look up here. He's got a ring coming out of his head. Unless it's just part of his hair. Is that just something messing up with his hair? He didn't get it in. He had bird brain that day, huh? All right, well, there's our first one. Ooh, save the manatees. Ooh. Yeah. 44 Denver. Yep. And I keep you. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ooh. Ooh. Our first NIFC, guys. The 69er. Oh, that's pretty damn healthy. Trying to compare it to one of mine. Ooh. Yeah, that son of a bitch is still right bright. I mean, you know, my. Jeez. Oh, yeah, this one still got the makings of a varsity athlete. It was our first NIFC, guys. Like I said, and said it once, I said it before, I'll say it again. When in doubt, have faith and save the manatees. Ooh. 73. Wide rim. 78. Can't fight fate. Wow. Look at it a little closer. Sometimes maybe see some diet, but no, it's just a little bit of wear and tear. You gotta remember, no fuss, no muss. 85. Okay. Damn. You know how to behave on this side. I thought I told you keep your sunny side up, you. 85. Ooh, 64 Denver. Damn them W. That W looking a little too wisps. No. Hey, there's something going on there. It might just be. Or it could be the oxidizer. Ooh, look at this. 1982. Little D. It looks like a doubler on the D though. You never know. Damn, what is it with this? The front's always off, looking like I've been trash, and the backs know how to behave. I'm liking it. I've got this all set up though to where they're all being categorized into decades, so we can go through a certain decade, you know, later or next time we're on a hunt, specifically. Sorry, tongue twister. Does that mean, or does he got a couple little die cracks up on his head? Right here. What's going on over here? What is that? The fuck was he up to? Was he fucking headbutting the fucking door to try to get out? Did he forget about the doorknob? Yeah, well that's what I was thinking because he ain't looking too right bright. And at first I was wanting to yeah, it's not. Yeah, those are. Yeah, somebody hit his ass, gave him a double tap. Hell yeah, he got a couple craters in there. Crater hitting shit. Yep, we gotta put you off to the side. Oops, sorry, no tortilla. Ooh, look at this 67er. Ooh. Put you with the 60s. What else we got? Let's keep 2010. Wow, look at him hiding in the middle. I don't know what the hell he's getting accomplished back there. There ain't much going on back there. He gonna have to work on his techniques because they totally out of date. And if you can see him without trying, there's something wrong. All right, here's a little last bit of that roll. I didn't push out. Ew. Oh, look at it. They're fused together up here. Almost reminds me of those damn old ass nickels that be like that. It's a decent 91. 89 here. Another 89 there. The Denver Duntenants. Oh! I told you, too much fluoride in that water calcified your brain, buddy. I told you to listen. You just didn't want to fucking behave. What the hell's going on here? Okay. We'll start you out like that. If that's how you want it to be. Hey, nobody's stopping you from being anybody. You can be whoever you want to be. Just sometimes you got to stand up and be somebody. Sometimes you just got to go out and be somebody. Sometimes you got to do something. Instead of standing around hoping on a reprieve, waiting for nothing other than the inevitable. Oh, right there. Look. A little die crack. Oh, look. Die clashing. We have die clashing going on, guys. Ooh. Damn, did they fucking try to turn him into a dolphin, give him a blowhole or something? Look at that shit. Let's get up close and personal on this one. This one's pretty intriguing, guys. Strap your fucking self in. Strap the bag on. Hope you ate your fucking vegetables, because I don't know what's going on here. We're not doing no autopsy or lobotomies, but I want to make sure that's just not me. That's just not a whole bunch of distortion. Like, what am I seeing? Maybe some posts, man. You want to know what? Like I said, I don't sit here. I'm a person that just bets. I don't assume things. That's like counting chickens where your eggs hatch. We'll put them off the side of the endangered species list. Let him put some ice on it and behave. Let him cool down. He'll be all right. 77. Denver. Not too bad for a 77. Yeah, it's not what we're looking. Oh, shit. Look at this one. Damn. Hey, he looks like a fucking leper. That's totally an error. Oh, God. Pulls the glove off and makes you kiss the hand, and it looks like that. What would you do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Oh, no. Oh, what would you do? Look at this. He's all hot and bothered. It looks like they fucking set him on fire because he thought he was in charge of it. Yeah, he thought he was in charge of setting the world's hair on fire. So they said, oh, yeah? We're going to give you some of that black pestilence. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Save the manatees. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. Shout out the Splat Labs. Ooh. But yeah, this is one of these airs that you almost don't want to touch because you feel like you might contract what the fuck's on there. I told you guys, the warlords are with them on our coin and carnage conquest. We come across anything on here. That is totally an error. Look at this shit. Oh yeah, look at the back. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is the type of stuff that, like, if you see this with any coin, there's no questioning it. This is not post-mint damage, people. This happened during the bonding process, that, you know, the cladding, all that. The machine just wasn't fucking behaving at the time. It sped us out a gem. I'm serious. You see all this? All these anomalies? All that stuff that's not supposed to be there, making it look like it's fucking stir-fried shit? And especially the front, it looks like shit on top of shit. No, this is one of those weird airs. And it's awesome because look, there's a Y in his head. Why? Why? Why did this have to happen to me? I. Why did life have to be this way? Oh yeah. See, this is the type of stuff that we like to find. Nah, this one's totally got to go in. They want to scrub the quagmire off them. That's fine. We pulled them out the tar pit, but that's a guaranteed error, big time. I just say it's a major die clash and die break. Adverse reverse. Because look, I mean, if you look at it pretty close, there's like stuff going on that should not be. The machine was totally having a mind of its own. Damn, is that a fucking is that a mint mark right there? Or is that his button or something? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, there's no making this shit up. I'm loving it though. Because this is what we love to find. Oh yeah. I know most people would look at this and then they'd fucking toss it down the sewer. They wouldn't even throw it in a fucking wishing well because they'd be, look, it looks like Lincoln Memorial got shot the fuck up. And they missed him. But that's when they're like, oh yeah, we couldn't get you in the drive-by. We're going to get you when we fly by. And they gave it all to him. Oh yeah, they fed his face full of buckshot. Well, look at him. They put so many fucking holes in him, he's whistling his fucking song when he fell. Let's get this one in that captivity, though. That's totally going to be helping to save the manatees, guys. Good find, everybody. Good find. Honestly, that's the type of stuff that we like. Anything in between. If it'll make the grade, I guarantee when that gets sent in, I don't give a shit. I guarantee it'll come back a certified A, though. That's all that matters. Because as of right now, it's exactly what I said before. There might be half of us on here that know that's an error, and we're willing to put our lives on it, and we would be fine. Our lives wouldn't be forfeit because we know. But until it's vetted and graded and certified, if you're trying to get rid of it or barter with it, it's up for speculation. Yeah, it might be an error, but of what sort, of what magnitude, and what does it bring to it? That's why when it comes to errors, they're the bread and butter of coins, because when it comes to any other singular fact of coins, it's very straightforward and it's short. And there's a brick wall very quick. When it comes to errors, the sky's the limit. There's unlimited arsenal in the repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Like even this, you see how I'm telling you how the dies are all worn the fuck out? Look at that. On the S and the O. And that's an 86er. Like that right there. You see that? That's die breaking. No, that is. Because I can show you brand new Enduring Liberties where, like, when the first thing that a new coin comes out, that's the first thing that collectors are looking for. Simple little abrasions. Ooh, the 62er. I'm thinking it might have been a double die, maybe. I don't know how a lot of 62s are done, but Liberty's looking a little big over there. It looks like it's got a little too big for its fucking britches, and somebody might just have to do something about it. But we'll get back to that. I'm liking the natural toning that's coming up on it, too. Reminds me of the Tequila Sunrise. And if you really wanted to know, it went down in Coconut Grove. You can't even see him hiding in there. Maybe he's not even in there at this point. He gone. He out of there. Power to the moon, Alice. I appreciate. Hey, I'm sorry. You of all people. Thank you, Rose. You have a good night. Spot Labs. I just want to let you know, big guy. You of all people know. Like when I'm doing this, I can't look at the thing, but I do like to glance down, and that's obviously you see that I have to stop. But I'm not ignoring nobody. And Splat Labs, you're damn right. I'm gonna, hey, like they say, like the P say, hey, keep it coming. You know what's up. Always, like, this is something that is very therapeutic, and like I said before, I don't do it on my own by myself in the solace of my life. No, I don't. It's done on here with y'all, or it just doesn't happen. So that's how that cookie crumbles. So anybody that doesn't know it, if you don't know, now you know. Oh, 98, 98, 98, 98, 98. Oh, beautiful 98. And see, a lot of people, they sleep on pennies. Now, it was almost impossible when we started hunting coins on here, guys. It was almost, it was impossible. I couldn't get rolls of pennies to save my life, okay, guys? No, I couldn't. I really couldn't. And it was conflicting because we had stupid people doing stupid things, like mixing it with industrial copper and melting it and getting away with it for a little bit until they fucking started getting fucking sloppy. In. Obviously, you see part of Lincoln's face and, United States and this and that, like melted into a big lot. Yeah. And it got problematic because a lot of people went to federal prison, but all around the areas they did it, it made pennies not existent because of, just everything. I can get pennies now, so I go out of my way to take advantage and get them. I've been stacking those bricks like pavers, like I'm in the union, brick pavers union. I'm telling you, like hey, you got to be resourceful and transparent when it comes to that. You can't be like a thirsty McGirth, but you got to make sure that it makes a lot of sense when you're doing this. All right, guys, mysteries abound. Let's see what happens here. Wow. I air right away. Holy shit. Look at this, guys. Whoa. Hey, this looks like fucking T virus Lincoln, huh? Oh, yeah. The fuck's going on here? The fuck I told you, too much too much gunpowder out that fucking brass pipe, and you wonder how you caught this shit. And lockjaw. Well, over here is looking fine and dandy, but your ass is all fucked up. You gotta stay. We gotta look after you, man. Oh yeah, your hair's all fucked up. I don't even know if there's any. You fell pretty far from grace on this one, but thank you, because that's a total error too. Most definitely. But yeah, they try to fucking find his incisions. Oh yeah, and they gave him a couple to boot. And I would go, oh, it's post mint, but there's certain things that you can just see when it comes to die breaking and clashing and that. Like when it popped, you could just tell that it wasn't post mint. Post mint is a bit obvious. The only thing that can fuck you up when it comes to certain errors, and I don't know it all about errors, I'm doing this as I go too, is, sometimes you can get ones that you think are like planchet errors, this and that, and they're just like a little off-centered, and they really don't mean much unless there's something else going on with it, to get it all hot and bothered. And fuck you, train station. Right now, this is when everybody starts getting shot because nobody can hear anything. And they don't give a fuck about the cameras because everybody look the same. All black with hoodies. Running around like hellions and wild engines. But nobody can hear anybody getting blasted right now. And this shit right about all the time, all day and night. And it just happens that way. Yeah, there's a lot of pennies that you probably have that are fucking worth something. The thing is, you have to vet them. You have to do your own due diligence because it doesn't cost peanuts to have it. It does cost money to have things great. But the thing is, when you're doing it, no risk, no reward. You have to, no chances make champions. So you got to make sure that you know a little bit of something. If you want something to help, you could keep watching my videos, but on top of it, on your meantime when I'm not here, because this is the thing, I just started going back to work on the 6th from an FMLA leave because I take care of my ma. So, and my hours, like, I don't ever get off at my ever. Ever. Like the other day, we didn't get out of work till 5 o'clock, almost 5 in the morning, and we start at 4 p.m. So, it's very problematic. You never ever get out at R8 ever. It just doesn't have, it's non-existent. So, like when I can find my time, I really told myself when I found out, because I gave everybody warning. I said I'm probably gonna be going back soon here. I'm going to see a doctor, get all my shit together, But when I was off, when I was off on it, you can go back and look at all the hunts. Like I made sure I stay very thorough and consistent. But when you come home, so worn the fuck out, and it's like I'm not trying to acclimate to anything new, but new blood and training them all because. For the most part, there's only like 4 or 5 people that are in there from my old crew, and the rest are all these new people, temps. Well, fuck, I'm going on almost 4 years there coming up soon. So these guys, seniority means a lot there, especially the more you know, the more of an asset you are. But you also got to watch what you're doing. You put some time and effort in a person. You got to make sure they show promise and that they're not just talking, blowing out smoke. Because put a lot of time and effort into people, and then because they showed promise, and then they poof and disappear like a fart in the wind. And guess what? You're like, man, all that for nothing. But it's hard to keep people where we at. It's hard to keep people where we're at. Don't worry, what I'm doing right now while we're hunting, I'm making this a little easier on us because this is our second box that we've started. Our first box was epic. We got over a dozen wheat pennies, some of them being proofs. 1888 Indian head. And some really epic airs. Like I said, double mint marks and stuff. My daughter, she's found in my footsteps when it comes to this as a hobby and stuff. And she's really intrigued. So I gifted her with a few boxes that she could do on her own to... start getting the lay of the land and start vetting and learning what she can. And I'll tell you this right now, I can't believe what she pulled out of her first fucking box. No, she pulled almost 2 dozen wheats. Then it got even more crazier. It got to the point where she was pulling fucking King George V fucking Canadian pennies and shit in immaculate condition. I can show them to you at the end. But like this right here, I don't know how much of this would be post-mint and what wouldn't be. And you really, you can't sit there and assume. I mean, this stuff right here, that don't look like it's post-mint. These little scratches and nicks and stuff. But yeah, when you see all these imperfections, like all this, you see how it's melted? How it looks like it just melted because it got hit by dragonfire? That's not post-mint. You can look at it and tell. You can't sit there and remelt the coin like that. Like that's all post-mint. These little nicks and necks, no, that's post-mint. That might be post-mint, but like all this melting of Lincoln Memorial and how it's fucking just, just going. That's an error. On top of whatever else is going on. Liberty's looking a little big. The letters are looking a little big. Damn. Yeah, there's some post-mint, but here. We're finding some decent stuff, guys. That's why I have fun doing pennies. And I'm not going like somebody requests to do pennies, we're doing pennies. But like, I had to start surprising people because I have a lot of penny lovers on here. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It took a couple months, but guess what? Now it's to the point to where like, let's say I was going to stay on for a whole day. I have enough pennies to withstand more than a whole day. It takes almost 10 minutes to go through a roll of pennies. You know how many rolls of pennies are in a box? I'm brick. You know how many bricks I got? I told you I started paving for the fucking union. So, I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure for sure because, you gotta give homage and respect all the way down to the half cent, 2 cent, 2.5 cent. Because without these, you wouldn't have your other coins. It started. So if you don't like pennies, you're not a true coin money enthusiast. Simple as that. You can mislike it, but you can't hate it. You have to respect it, willingly or unwillingly. That's just all there is to it. It's inevitable. Like dying of the sun glow. Oh, germaphobe again. Hey, a poll was just taken. Nobody likes your blowjob comments. You know that? Go in the corner, take the stylus away from your neck, and stop trying to attention seek, and stop trying to pull your goblin out in public. Yeah, that's how you can get your shit shut down. Fucking spark plug. Meanwhile, while we're here, we're going to continue where we left off because nothing gets in the way of progress. I love it when somebody comes on here and they get so hot and bothered about what we're doing. Specifically, oh, no gloves? Thank you for spending your precious fucking time trying to be cute and coy that you cannot get back. And no, it's flattering. It's really flattering. No, because they can't get that time back. They could have been doing something more productive with their life instead of diluting themselves like a fucking chump. And that's just the brutal reality of it. He got steamrolled. Nobody likes that shit. And we ain't got time for it here. We're allergic to that. And I'm not tolerating it because if I do, then I'm condoning it. And that's not happening. That means you all are being subjected to it and it's just not going down. Does he usually have that little fucking... That's not fucking a cowlick. What happened there? Knife of Darkness fucking hit him or something? Like, we gotta find another 80. I just want to... No, because I just don't like to take any... Well, that's a 90. My bad, guys. I'm trying over 80. No. I'm just gonna pull him off this side. I don't think he's supposed to have that. Or is that normal? Oh, yep. That's just the shadowing, huh? See? That's why you got a vet. You don't want to go off assumptions. That's why I'm doing a lot of... Like, see, I don't know about right up here. I don't know what was happening here, how he got Hobgoblin, and his ear looks like he's got a fucking peanut clipped to it or some kind of, I don't know, something. He did something there. We'll figure it out when we get back to him. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, let's do these, get these other, the 93 or... I'm just happy to be on because, like I said, things are really fucking hectic right now. And yeah, I'm happy that I'm back at work. Of course, I'm fucking happy, but it's very exhausting. And even when you get used to it, like what I do is very physically demanding. And when when you're pretty much breaking people in and make sure they can make the grade, you're really ripping the concrete up with your feet, and I use my ADHD to my advantage, and hypertension. It works to my advantage at a place like that because I can't stand around vegetating like a fucking turnip absent garden. I can't. So it works out. And like I said, it's sad that I'll be 40 next month, and I'm still, without even trying, I run circles around people half my age. I don't take any pride in that. Because they should be they should be at least holding their water and standing still with, and what's crazy is like we got some people that like like are like truly handicapped that are working there, and like when they got first brought on, people were like, well, what are we gonna do with these guys? And they're the hardest fucking workers, running those lazy humps into the ground. No, I'm serious. And those are like the type of people I like, those bone crushers. The people who ain't afraid to ask you questions. They're not timid because they're not worried about what everybody else thinks. And that's why I try to tell everybody, the world's too one-sided. Everybody's too worried about what the world perceives them to be, and nobody gives a fuck about who they know they truly really are. And that's sickening. It's sad and sickening. Like, why live that way? You might as well been a robot. Why be human? No, I'm dead serious. It defeats the whole purpose of free will. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. And there ain't no fucking getting around it. And it's sickening. Ain't nothing I can do about it, but it's a fact from the Falcons. Oh, glance at the thing, can tell. Nobody want to behave. Everybody else on here, fine and dandy. All right, guys. Hey, I don't know how long we'll be able to go because it would take fucking 8 hours to go through a box of pennies. No, it would. Our first box of pennies, it took 5-6 different lives. I believe some say to the grave. Ooh, the toning oxidizer. Well, that your camouflage ain't really helping you out, buddy, because you're not hiding in darkness. I can see your shadow over here. You can run, but you can't hide. You can't leave unless you come in. Too many hits of that fucking McKillicuddy's. He don't know which end is up. Look at him. He's just all over the place. He's all different colors. Like they hit him with biological warfare or something. Whoa, hold on here. What? Hold on here. Okay, I was about to say, don't be messing with me like that. That's postman. Empty fossils on the new scene. Dead under the red sky. Oh wait, don't hate 8. Don't fight fate. Ooh, 78er, the Dominator. See, and that's what's that's what's awesome about pennies too. And I don't know a lot, but there's like so many different airs. Hey, let them do it again. Yeah. I'm telling you, wait till one night. Then we're doing like fucking 400 or 500 pennies, and it's just one decade, like the 60s, the 70s, 80s, the 50s. Oh, you want to get rid of them? That's truly what you want to do, huh? Any bank, any Walmart, anywhere that has a Coinstar, they'll take them from you. And you won't be mishandled and looking like you were rudely molested going through camp either. I preferably do it at a bank that you have an account at. Most of them have, domestic industrial Coinstars in them. Otherwise, you're going to be hit for... Ooh, damn, look at him. Oh, yeah, he got stuck in a muck of shit. The back's looking beautiful. Front, yeah. We'll worry about him when we got to. The 2007. Yeah, I got hooked on airs, but like we love to look for stuff that's just not intended for circulation specifically. And just like any other thing that we can. But yeah, that's just how we do it. Does that get you all hot and bothered? Because I can see you're trying to be cute. And you're spinning your tires in the mud. You think that's condoned on here? Grown man acting like a fucking child? Huh? Right? Oh, you're burnt the fuck up. I love how we gotta cool you down. Everybody says they don't want you here because you're burnt the fuck up. And you're washed the fuck out. You know that, right? Yeah. Now you gotta go in the corner with the ocarina and behave. Go rub one out in the shower and get the drain pregnant and behave. You see what I'm talking about? How weak and feeble-minded people are? You'd think they'd want to do something better with their life instead of trying to mess up our algorithm, trying to cause ripples that'll never one day become waves. Because you've seen how he opened himself up for that, to get knocked down like a domino. And it's always going to be like that, guys. You want to know why? Because we're not the type that goes hopping from lives to lives. Let me move this over, make this a little better for us. Hopping from lives to lives, doing stupid fucking shit like that. And that's the difference between what we're doing and what those guys do. And that's why they don't last here. They're eradicated. Because nobody's going to tolerate. Well, yeah, hey, well, isn't that a daisy? I got a 1970. Hey, you said you got a 1971? Well, I've got a 1917. Isn't that something? Doesn't that make you feel all fuzzy inside? 78 filled in D. Yeah, I've got a 1917. Yeah, and my daughter found a 1912 Barber diamond mint condition in the ground while we were looking for relics, old cans and bottles. So yeah, why don't you post that dime to the channel so everybody can see what you hold true to you? No, it would be right because then we can relate. Because you are on here, right? You are on here for the right reasons, right? You know, it's common knowledge no response is worse than, throwing a slur. So you're not going to respond after, opening the store? Because, around here you shouldn't open doors you can't close. You shouldn't be doing it in life, period. So you're not going to talk, huh? Well, nobody likes that either, guy. Nobody. Nobody likes that. Nobody. 95. You can't come on here fucking clawing for information and then sit there like a fucking lurker. Like a peeping Tom. That's sick. We don't condone that behavior here. You gotta learn to fucking behave. And if you've already been behaving and you do behave, then it doesn't apply to you. But for anybody else that's got any fucking wisecracks up your sleeves, go ahead, try it. I thrive on that shit. Because the harder you guys try, the worse it is for you. And all you do is help us trend. That's the brutal reality. So I invite it. Because you won't last too long. As of right now, anybody that's already doing it, you're already done. You just don't know it yet. Keep spinning those tires in the mud. We're going to keep going. It doesn't stop progress. There ain't a damn thing you're ever going to do to get into it either. What I suggest you do is go fucking check yourself and go look in the mirror. If you could conjure the courage at night to light a candle, like frightened child. Or let me guess, you locked yourself in your fucking room like trapped caged animal. And this is the type of shit you do. Hop from live to live thinking that you're funny. Doesn't work too well, does it? You see how that goes? Yeah, it doesn't work too well. Meanwhile, back at the farm, we're here seeking and destroy. You remember, it pays to discover. I'm not talking MasterCard. Oh! For some odd reason, he's looking a little special. I'm liking that 62 Denver. Oh, he's behaving. Oh, he is behaving. Yes, yes, yes. In the 60s you go. Damn. That's why I love paintings. It's so uneventful. All the different compositions, they're always looking crazy. Well, how are we doing? Wow. Oh, shit. I think we got some dive clashing and breaking here, too, guys. Other than, him looking all hot and bothered, let's check this out. Bring this down a little bit. Maybe, maybe not, right? Maybe not. Oh, no. Okay, well. Still like to stay a little thorough and consistent. If I think I see something, I always want to try. If you don't try, you'll never know. I would rather look and have a little bit of clarity and certainty than sit there and ponder, why didn't I do it and be prostrate with grief? 75 Denver. Excuse me, after this handful that I got right here, I have to refill my cup. I'm getting a little parched. That's a nice 75 though. I'd like to find another one that has a mint mark here and a mint mark somewhere else up here like that. That'd be cool. Found one so far like that. You find one, you can find two. It's almost like the smoke is fire, just fine as flame. How we doing, legendary pink mermaid? Are you looking for the person who invented the knife to cut water so you can go fight Aquaman? I was just wondering. I'm a little intrigued in your name. That's why I'm asking. Or is Aquaman your husband? Pink Mermaid. 75. See, it's like little tiny stuff right here. That those are like little die breaks. For me, not enough to. I mean, it's going where it's got to go right now, anyways. But God, why does he look like he got cauliflower here? Ooh, damn. Whoops. Damn, that son of a bitch is healthy. No, that's awesome. This one's nice. 72. 70s. 2016. Oh, shit. Spontaneous combustion. Unstable mutation, guys. Should we pull out the pooper scooper or set an endangered species? Like I told you, just give a little drink over here. I'm parched. What? Oh, behave. God, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Looks like they tried to cook him alive. Too much cyanide. Endangered species list. What's next here? Two more in my hand. Oh, shit. Second from last one on our second Wheaties. I know you guys are champions, absent Wheaties, but here's your Wheaties, guys. Get it in. 56 or Denver. Well, isn't that a daisy? That's number 2. Okie dokie artichoke. 91. Oh, like here, this is what I'm trying to show you guys. You see that right there? You see that little blimp, that little dot? That right there is enough to constitute it being there because it's a die break. But if you notice, there's more than just that. But like I said, I got an eagle eye for the mares. What else we got going? 86 Denver. Wow. Somebody gave you that alfalfa. The 97. The 94. The toner. Those 9s are looking fucking... I know they're supposed to look like that, but there's so many different areas that I don't even know about that I'd be seeing new stuff every day. It's a little overwhelming. Now, I'd want to say this is all post-mint, but I don't know. I'm just going to put off the side for speculation later. We're going to cross that bridge when we got to. All right, let's go through another roll here. It's like I said, we've been through 3-4 rolls, and look where we're at. We're threatening an hour 30 minutes already. How's everybody doing though? Legendary Pink Mermaid. You're a silent one, ain't you? I know you wasn't born without a tongue. I can't stand how tight these rolls are, but we'll get to them. Here we go, guys. I'm trying. Can we actually unroll it without making a hot mess and them all trying to go AWOL on us? Wow. Didn't see that coming. Oh, tour. And if you got any knowledge, don't be afraid to bring it to the table. Like, nobody, we don't discriminate about that. One hand washes the other. Like, we do this all together. Our ships are all sailing in the same direction. Not everybody knows everything, but certain people know other things that other people don't. So, $96. Look at those hearts fly. Don't let the arrow hit it. Cupid's arrow lands. You know what they say, can't control who you care about. But them hearts float. Bloop, 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 bloop. Wah! 2017. Wow. Looks like they caught his ass in the chimney. Don't know what he was doing in there and don't want to know. We'll just leave it at that. Let sleeping dogs lie. What we don't know won't hurt us. And why would we want to know anyways? It might turn us into a... you know what I mean. It might turn you into a liability. You don't want to stumble across something, you know, that you wasn't intending. It might just you might just get deemed a liability, and then your ass gets snuffed out. That's why I mind my own fucking business, because, you know, too many people are doing the dumb shit. And they always want to be up in everybody's Kool-Aid and have their fingers in their pie, and then they wonder why they did. Now this looks like he got into it with the Jersey Devil. He caught the Jersey Devil, you know, giving it to one of those wild boars under the boardwalk, and yeah, he got some fucking rations of thrashings over here. This would have been a beautiful coin too, otherwise, because I'm almost certain this little spot right here is a die break. The rest of this, just like I think it might have been a double die, but like all these gashes, that was from him catching homie with his pants down under the boardwalk. He said, I can't let you leave now after we witnessing this. 81. There you go. That's what's fascinating about coins. You never know what you're going to come across. Like, I'm surprised we haven't come across no Canadian pennies yet, because that's epic when you find that stuff. Sometimes you find some real old shit. 2000. Ooh, look at this 24. Prepared to perform, isn't he? Oh, yeah, look at him. He's trying to shine and blind at the same time. Oh, we have a jumper. God rest his soul. Oh, we got a big wide rim. Look at this. An overlapping right. Look at this, guys. Now check this out. When it comes up here, you see this other line? Right there? Yeah, that should not be happening. This should have all formed in unison and been the same all around. This is a decent one. Always the front that don't want to behave, but just enough for it to make grade. What the hell? Who? Hey, can I ask a question? Who the heck? I know, way Splat Labs. I know you super chatted 20, but did you do it like 6 times or like 14 times? No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Cause it's not popping up anybody else. I mean, I'm not looking for it, but according to here, it says, and I don't know exactly what it comes up to after they take their fucking slice, because I still haven't seen any of my super chats yet, which is weird. I also haven't been monetized that long. I haven't been monetized no more than 4 or 5 months, but I don't know how they do all that calculation, but it's shown on here. There's 300, almost 300, damn near $340 in super chats. Was that all you, Splat Labs? Or is somebody slipping them in and I just don't know it? The analytics got to get their shit together, because anytime anybody send this, I don't be seeing it. And I do appreciate it for the war effort. I just don't know where it goes. God forbid anybody else is going to send. No, but I'm dead serious, bro. It says MX $339.59 and 0 rubies. Or what is that? What is it? It's the Starbucks? I don't know what that means. Like I said, man, I'm not. I'm an '80s baby, man. If I would have knew what I knew when I got out of prison, I would have started doing this shit a long, long time ago, and we would have been a lot of other places. But like, I don't know what that adds up to. But like, there's been times where somebody dropped 150, somebody dropped 175, but I never got it. So if anybody ever does send that like a big amount, there's a link to my Instagram channel and a Cash App. I would just send it there, because I don't know where it goes unless they're gonna give it like. It doesn't ever get calculated in my analytics, but it's right here. And when you're done with your lives, it shows you your progress report. I take a screenshot of that shit because you can't go back to look at it, and it just makes me wonder. When you hit the lottery, all right, the feeling's neutral, big guy. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, and you know me. I get right with you. But I'll guarantee you this: this ain't gonna stop until God says so. Until God says it's time to come home. This is what's going to continue to be happening with me when I can. And just because I went back to work doesn't mean it stops. It just slows down a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. And that's why I'm trying my best to make up for it in any way, shape, or form, because I am a man of accountability. I'm a man of principle. I wouldn't like if somebody told me they were going to do something and they didn't follow through. That would make me have less confidence, and no, their credibility with me it would diminish slowly. And I'm sorry, that's not what I want. That's why I told you I do what I got to do. And this is I can't do it without this. There's no fucking I in team. That's why I said I don't do this by myself. If it ain't being done on here with y'all, it ain't happening, because in my mind, something like this that a lot of us have in common, this is therapeutic, and I would feel very selfish and self-centered if I just did this on my own, knowing that I could just, share it with the world and give you guys a different view of how things really should be done. Because each is own, and I have no problem with any other channel, but we're gonna be brutally realistic about everything here, like always. All those other channels you're watching, they're coin channels straight out. This is a universal channel. I've had waves of different things happen on here. I do Star Note hunts. I haven't done them in a hot minute. I do deal with paper money, all that stuff. But coins, we found our niche. A lot of people like it. I used to do scratch offs once in a while on here. I had to quit doing it because somebody was trying to force me to do it. And I done told them, I said, I'm not copping carpal tunnel before I go back to work. They didn't give a fuck. They demanded I kept doing it. Well, guess what? Nobody gives demands on here. We suggest. I don't tell nobody what to do. I don't expect nobody to tell me what to do. But, you want to suggest something? We'll take it under advisement. Other than that, Just try to get in where you can fit in. You know, nothing exceeds but excess, guys. But to know that I'm doing this and you know, everybody's having a good time and we're all coinciding in harmony. That's positive. And that's all that matters. Wow. L head, huh? Or is that just because he's looking different there? He's got an L there the whole time, huh? Yep. Durr. Should have knew better. He's got the most complex hairdo. No, I'm serious. 81. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna do my best to try to get down here every chance I get because you know we're at a vital part right now. You know we're threatening 3,000 followers, which I have nobody but you guys to congratulate, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Now this is looking like a 1981 double die. Now maybe I'm just deluded, but we'll find out when we start going through just 80s and we're lining them up. But this is one of them clean ones. Look at that. Look how big it is. Ooh, hold on here. Yeah, look how fucking. Yeah, this is looking like a double die adverse and a little bit of the reverse. Ain't it? I'm almost for certain. We'll figure it out. We'll come across another 81. We'll get there. There's a 78 Denver Dun-dun-dun. Just like anybody on here that are coin enthusiasts, don't fall for that in COD we trust. There's no such thing. That is urban legend that was created. That was an optical illusion. It was confirmed with the mint. Yeah, that's not something that happens as an heir. So if you got somebody or somebody selling one, it'll never be graded, and it'll never say at the top of the description in COD we trust heir. It's never going to because that's not something that ever has happened. There's another 82. Well, that was an 81 that we dropped over there, but I'll put him off to the side for a little bit. He's still going with the 80s. Damn, you can almost see the shadowing almost a little bit of the lettering. Almost like a light die clash of sorts. 21. 2017. Oh. 2017 again. I don't know if those little bumps are usual, but hope we don't come across them having leprosy again. Oh, shit. What the fuck happened here? I don't even want to know. We'll figure you out when we do your interview. 04. Kick down the door, make it part of the floor, guys. You're going to do it right. Ain't no reason to do it half-ass. You know what? We're having so much fun. Yeah, we might just... We'll just see where we get at when we're at the Tuskis. Wow, he must have been pissed. Look at that vein bulging out of his head. 2008. Ooh. Ooh, 87er. Look at how he's glowing. Little too much paint thinner for dinner, huh? Oh, damn. He out of there. 87. What the fridges? Wow, I'm liking the toning, but I'm afraid to flip it over. Oh, look. Pop, 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 pop. That's what's not supposed to be happening right there, right? Or is that just another one of his funny little... Yeah, see? You ain't supposed to be having this. Oh, no, maybe it's like that. I guess I was looking too hard, huh? No, 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 no. I knew I was seeing something. It ain't much. I'm going to worry about it later. Why not? Oh! What up, what up? Yeah, things are a lot better right now that I've got, every time we're going through them, I can put them in their own air. It makes things a lot easier. Because then we can focus on like one decade. You know, try to vet, study what's going on. And then be looking for key things because we'll only be going through those set years, you know. Oh, shit. Whoa. Are you guys seeing that right there? And this is a this is a 91. Hold on here. Wow. That's an error. Those are looking like die breaks. I was wondering why he got that big abrasion, and you're starting to see he's copping that leprosy again. I mean, we could get closer, but I just don't know how much more justice that would do. Obviously, we're gonna see these die breaks in it, but fuck it. Let's get in with the X-ray specs. Rip a rug. Oh yeah, he totally got cauliflower ear. That shit gone. But yeah, look at this. That's not post mint. Those are die breaks. And I don't know what happened to him from the ankles up. You're gonna have to fucking get with them and figure that one out. I told him not to go. He didn't listen. So this is where he's at. But yeah, look. Wow. Now that I'm looking at this, whoa, we got a nice one. This is a die break and die clash air. Do you guys see? Hold on here. We're going to get real close. I know it looks like that he's fucking on his way down. Like the fucking Titanic absent iceberg. But bear with me, guys. Bear with me. You guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about here. We're going to get real close. Do you guys see that? He ain't from AC. You do see that above the die breaks, right? The clashing, the A and the C. Or should we get a little closer? You are seeing that, guys, right? Most definitely. Oh, shit. Look. Look over here. This is major die clashing. Oh, yes. He was totally fucking hugging the floor to hold on. Look at his fucking hairdo. His hairdo even got all fucked up. Oh, yeah. They said you wasn't going to be Elvis today, buddy. But you're going to be hanging with Elvis. Look at back here, too. Wow, this is nice. You know, finding these, I know they don't look like much, but you'd be very surprised on what happens. Because there could be a lot more to the picture than meets the naked eye. But yeah, die clash, die break air. Ooh, a 79er. Let me look this up a little more. There we go. Sorry, guys. Gotta keep it going. Maybe straighten out a little bit more. There we go. Now we got some clarity. What did you do to get yourself here, buddy? We don't want to know. Here you go. In the 70s you go. We'll talk to you later. Oh, shit. What is it with these ones that just... Oh, yeah. We're not even going to go through that one. We already know. We're seeing this a little more than we should, but it ain't bothering me. I just can't wait to come across like a gobstopper, like a crazy one. Like with something else punched on it, like a dime or something on one side, or this or that. Nice 62 Denver. $62. Ooh, look at that toning. 81 Denver. Breaking down the house. Whoa. The 88 Denver. Whoa. 75 Denver. It's Denver all the way. I don't know if that's the way his hairdo's supposed to be up there. Or if that's a die break. So we're going to put him off to the side. Let him speak with the manatee. See what the manatee says. Magpie. Whoa. Oh, this one's nice. You guys seeing this? Hey, are you seeing this? Oh, we got a major one right here. Look at this. Oh. Hey, we just did it again. You can't make that up. When you see that, look at that. You see how it like... Man, somebody came and fucking knocked the back of his head out. Something found. Yeah, that's an error for sure. I know it. Because he all fucked up. They caved the back of his head and ripped his spine out like a fucking renting Jake. Oh, yeah, they used a fucking breaker bar. You see that shit? So you're telling me that was intentionally made that way? Because if you're saying that it was intentionally made that way, I wouldn't believe it. Now, you saying it came that way, there's two different ways. Because no error is intentionally made. So, unless this is something common, because we've been through a whole bunch of 73 Denvers, and this is the first time I'm seeing one, I'm thinking it's an error. Because I've never seen this before. But who am I? I haven't went through many pennies. But I know an error when I see one, like, you know, for crying out loud. That's why we're gonna start getting shit graded, because once it's graded, there ain't gonna be nobody. I'm not gonna argue with nobody anyways. But somebody really wants to get all hot and bothered after it's certified and it's a fucking registered asset and it gets sold at a private or public auction or whatever, they can go take that up with, whoever they want. But they ain't gonna take it up with me. They're gonna have to take it up with the professionals, because most of them people who grade, they used to work at the mint. So a lot of these people, this ain't something that this ain't small potatoes. For crying out loud here. Yeah, I'm holding off for a second. Well, the thing is, if obviously we're looking at this thing, right? We obviously know that's not normal. How many 73 Denvers have we went through today? We've went through dozens. This is the first time we're seeing that, right? So just like if the back end was coming out on the other side, what you said, though, it was made like that. You're right, but that's not intentional. Like, they don't purposely make errors. That's not what they do. They try to stop it when they see it, and they take it from there. Give me 1 second here. Let me show you my very first error. Yeah, that's a nice one. This is the thing. It's only what we know it is and what's going to be perceived until it gets vetted, graded, and certified. Once it's certified, it's registered, and there's no arguing about it. There's no speculation or interpretation. But here, let me show you my very first error that I ever found that got me on airs. It was during our very first nickel hunt on here. Here we are. Yeah, that's a nice one, though, guys. Oh, God. People are going to love to see that on the post. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Save the manatees! But right here, guys, this was my very first error. It's not the back we're worried about. The back's fine. But, and yet again, what you said is right. It was made like that, but that's not intentional. That's what happens when the machines don't fucking behave. And when you come across something like this, it is very unique in its own way, and it commands presence and respect, and it'll get it if it gets certified. So, that's a compound error, because it's an overlapping, planchet cutting one. I mean, I have a babyer version of it that I found in like the last hunt. Where is it at? Like this. Here's like a babyer version of it. Same thing. The back's fine. The back is fine. The back's fine, but when you flip it around, you see how the same thing was going on? It just didn't get double stamped, and it didn't cut it off. It was just about to start cutting off, because these should not be touching and fused together. But you do see what I'm saying. Of course it's happened. That's what happens. Machines are never going to behave. You got to remember, they're not humans. You can't mingle with them. You can't haggle with them. You can't make deals with them. They have no empathy, remorse, fear. They're just going to keep going until they fucking start doing it, and it's up to somebody to stop it. But yeah, so when you find anything that's, like that, you have to know. Because if you toss it, like here, after we go through this next roll of coins, I'm going to show you like a clean die clash on a dime. Well, not a dime clash, but a die break. 80. And what I'm going to show you on this dime is something that you can find on any coin, anywhere, at any time. It'll almost look like somebody was like trying to melt it or use it for soldering or something, but it's not. You can totally tell it's not post-mint damage. The 88 Denver. Yeah. Smells like somebody ate a can of shark shit, too. Isn't that something? Isn't that a daisy? 90. Well, look at that toning. Oxidizer. Oh, all right. Here, let me show you. Here, let me show you the like a cleanest form of like a die break. I know it's somewhere around here's. We've only went through one box of dimes, really. What's that? The go. Usually I got these some big number. Oh, no. Okay, so why are you separate? Oh, I know there's something around here. I'm trying to do a little organizing. Is that it? Maybe so, maybe. Yep, found it. There we are. There, right there. All right. What I'm about to show you, this is something that if you see on any coin, just you've got yourself an error. Do something with it. The front is not what we're worried about, guys. This is a 2019 Philly Hamilton nickel or dime. Sorry, I had to correct myself. The front's just fine. Do you see it? Do you see what I'm talking about? It almost looks like it was melted or soldered or something. See how it hits the fern, takes out some of the letters, goes behind the pommel of the torch, starts back right here at the pommel of the torch up through the fern right there. That's like big ass die breaking. That right there, that happens during the minting process. A lot of people fucking love them. Like collectors that, they look for key things. Imperfections in coins is the key. But when you see that, all this right here, that's not what a normal dime looks like. And we know this because here, I'll pull out a proof. A nice clean one. More punch than a bowl of juice. 68 proof. This is what the back of a normal dime is supposed to look like. Other than this being a double die. But you do see how there is no die breaking. That's obstructing the view of the obverse of the coin, right? Or the reverse, I should say. Whatever you want to call it. But that's what I'm talking about. You do see that. I mean, if you can't see this, or if it's hard for you to see, then don't look for errors. You don't have to. But I'm just saying, there's more in the life than what a lot of people like to say. I used to have people come on here all the time when we're doing other coins and, oh, you silver hunting? No, we're not. Because this is not a silver hunting channel. But that's neither here or there. Because there's more in life and there's more in coins than just fucking silver. Like, stop being a simple Simon. Like, that doesn't mean a fucking thing. That's how you... But yeah, this, big time error. Big time. That's a fucking massive gobstopper. After this next roll, I'll show you another type of error. Oh, let's see what we got here, guys. Oh, well, we almost got a cutting there. The back's fine though. 96 in there. Take a drink. Damn. Pushing 2 hours. That's usually my limit. We might have to go a little longer though. Oh, 3. I want to find a nice clean arrow, one of these new ones. Other than it being like a double die or something. I want some planchette there, some fucking... Damn. This one a little too fresh for the fucking blood. Wow. Now, I can determine by looking at all this, other than these little zip, because This is all post-mint. The back survived the blast. Okay. What the hell is going on? Whoa. We're going to have to look at this a little little closer, because as much as you might think somebody might have ran it through something, if at any time when you see things that are this messed up, if you can see any point or anything that is coming through the other side, and I'm sorry, as much as there was a lot of post-mint damage, I couldn't sit here. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't waste the money just to see what would happen unless I was fucking bored. Incredibly bored. Because it looks like somebody was bored with life and got into it with a coin, and the coin fucking won. But you just don't know. Endangered species list. Into habitat you go. Then in captivity. Nice 76D. Here we go again. That's what I'm saying. We just hit that one. That crazy one we just yanked. That was a 76D, right? Wasn't it? Let's go back a little bit. Let's go, if we can. Oh, I know it's somewhere around here. I better digress. God, I just love the way some of these tone. And that's another thing, too. Collectors, they love natural toning. '80 Denver. '71 Little D. Well, ain't you a dun tonight? How we doing? 2011. '73. Wow, is he supposed to have that there? I know the initials of the engravers over here. I don't know about that, but we'll let him get on with it. He's healthy. Oh, Copper, you're here for the fucking parade. Dude, I've been finding some... How long have you been on, Copper? Duly noted. How you doing? Did you see that crazy-ass air I found? Where it looked like somebody caved the back of his fucking head in with a breaker bar and ripped his fucking span out? Did you see that or no? Because if not, I want to show it to you. This ain't it. This is an air, though. This one right here. This one's got all sorts of craziness going on with it. I got one where he's looking like a fucking leper, man. He's got leprosy. The back's okay. But this one right here, he's got like little dye breaks. But here, let me find you the one where they, I swear to God, hey, there's a couple of them in here, man. It looks like they gave him headshots and shit, dude. It's nuts. Like, I'm really going like, what the fuck? Bear with me. I know he's in here. We were just looking. We just hit him. Can't be that hard to find. That ain't him. He's got to be over here somewhere. Bear with me. Oh, right here. Copper, check this out. Hey, air or not? I'm taking it that's a fucking air. Look at that. They caved his fucking head in and ripped his spine out like a renting Jake. They hit him in the back of the head with that breaker bar. Well, yeah, you know, when it first popped up, somebody goes, it was made like that. I'm like, of course, but it wasn't intentional. I don't know if they could separate the two, but I end up pulling out like a different denomination coin to show them like a die break so I could show them. And then I showed them like a perfect dime. And it was just like, you know, this is what I'm trying to get at. Machines don't behave. Yeah, of course it was made like that, but it wasn't intentional. And that's why airs are the bread and butter of coins. Because it doesn't stop. The sky's the limit. We get past that. But did you hear Buddy on here? He says he's got a handful are identical to this. Well, you're good. I would get them great. Like here. See that? Look. Ain't that awesome? That's totally not post-mint, Copper. That's totally not post-mint. I think this is one that's worthy of grading, don't you? Wait till at the end. I'm going to show you the one where he looks like he's got leprosy. If you got to get off before I get off, just let me know so I can show it to you before you get off. I've been finding a lot of weird errors. But I love it. Oh, I love it. Waldo, where you at? And just so everybody knows, the next probably week, two worth of lives, we will be doing pennies because it is highly requested and sought after, and we like to alternate. We just finished up this morning nickels, and we did absolutely wonderful. Like, is he supposed to have that there? What is that, his hearing aid? Or is that his jawbone? Because you know it only takes 6 pounds, 6 pounds of human pressure to break the jaw. What's going on there? Is that his hearing aid or some shit? What is that, Copper? That's his fucking hearing aid, huh? It's always the front that's always not behaving. Jesus. You know, do you think they'd get over? Oh, this is another one, Copper. Check this out. This has got some post-mint damage, but you can see the die breaking and clashing in this. You can see all sorts of little goofy shit going on. I mean, if I turn it certain ways, dude, you can see numbers and letters. This ain't the major one, but this one's got a lot of post-mint damage. But like right here, that's not post-mint. Well, how it's melting right here, that's not post-mint. What happened to Lincoln Memorial there? But that's the type of stuff we've been finding. Ooh. He trying to pull the Elvis again. '62 Denver. See, he ain't got no hearing aid. '60s. Put him in the '60s. Plus, I was prepared for this. I've got them separated where I put them all in their own decades. So let's say we want to go through '60s one day or just '70s. or 80s. Wow. Do you have a you don't got a problem getting pennies, do you, Copper? Damn, I told you. Look at him. He had his nose in shit. He must have been trying to sniff out the commie tripes. Gotcha. Well, I'm just letting you know I'm stacking bricks that shit like I'm in the pavers union. Well, it takes so long to go through a fucking box, a brick of them anyways. Like, why not? So we can always have them on ultimate, unlimited standby. Because no pennies I ever cop, they're never going back into circulation. The only way they are is like, we have plenty of them. Somebody wants to obtain a coin. It might be graded. Maybe they want to, you know, cop it or something. Give them a blessing. But we're not to that yet. We're not to that level yet. We could be, but pressing concerns. Weighing troubling mind have to evaporate with deadly purpose before I can entertain new thoughts. Just like those other things I was showing you. I haven't really talked about them, but I did keep every fucking box. And I haven't opened a roll either. And I bet you there's airs in there too because it's all the same. Whoa, hold on. Is that his hairdo right here? Is that the way his stuff's supposed to be looking? Sometimes I overthink it. I don't know, man. His hair, dude, I've never seen a president have so complex hair. Like that. Is that supposed to fucking be there like that? It looks like somebody hit him with a shaft. Whoa! He's got a specter coming after him. Oh yeah, it's trying to take over his mind. I think it did. I think he's zombified. Uh-oh. Got the zombie, the Lincoln zombie on the loose. Better watch it. He gets a hold of you, he's not going to let go. Don't even let him get in either side of you. Ooh, he's looking prepared to perform. Look at him. Yeah, look at this great. Like, every time I see him, he's got a different fucking hairdo going on, man. Like, what is this? And then what's this going on right here? Why's he got a fucking Hershey Kiss hitting on his fucking head?
Huh? I need some clarity. Why has he got a fucking Hershey kiss on the back of his fucking head? I didn't know that they were playing those type of mind games with presidents back then. Is that just me, or is that a little Hershey's kiss or a spade or something? The fuck's going on there? Yeah, I don't think they liked the way he was acting. That don't look right. Yeah, that's not looking right, man. Which is what we like. That's what we call one of them good proms. 75 little D. Ooh, the quartermaster. I swear to God, all these different haired dudes, I swear to God, fucking Johnny Bravo or something going on here. Like, what's going on? That's looking like a double die, but I couldn't tell you. I haven't really been looking for like the double. I found some double and triple die nickels. I posted them as shorts. Soulmate of love. You must be in the tunnel of love, huh? That's not supposed to be happening either. Oh shit! Looks like he was lying because Pinocchio goes is about to grow. That's why it's glowing. Oh no, we know. Woo-wee. No good deed goes unpunished. That's a 98er too. The 98er. Ooh. Too much swipe from the claw. That hit your face, took out the bottom of the jaw. He lucky. That could have been his ass. And whatever was after was going to be the lawnmower. Yo ass is grass. $71 little D. What the fuck? Does he have an extra little bit of a cheekbone, or is that just normal? I guess that's just normal. They're trying to make him look like Anthropod Special over here. Whoa, look at here. I think we found the one that went to go look for Aquaman. Oh, shit. Hold on here, guys. We might have to look. I know this looks all post-mint. Yo! Oh, shit. Hold on here. As of right now, I'm uncertain. So, other than looking like he's got leprosy everywhere, endangered species unit. Yeah, he got to go in endangered species. He'll be all right. We had to put him in isolation. Nice 81er. Ooh, too much. Hey, too much McKillicuddies. Look at him. He trying to hug the floor to hold on. And it looks like they caved the top of his head out. And it's a 63 dented on. Ooh, a 64. That's really what his hairdo was back then? That's what his fucking hairdo was, Copper? It looks so fucking weird when you look at it. It looks like he's got a T there and some other shit. I don't know. That's really what was going on? Looks like he's trying to say Hibonics or something. The 82er. Yeah, guys, we're having so much fun. We're gonna do a half of a Northern Yak. We're gonna do a 3-hour because we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes right now. We've got 39 minutes and 20 seconds. So we're doing pretty fucking healthy if you ask me. Believe me, I'm nowhere yet to defile myself, but like I said, responsibilities and obligations, you know, the provisions of fucking labor. Oh, like this is my way of escaping from reality temporarily. Like I said, it's very therapeutic. Like right there at the top, that shouldn't be happening. I know it's nothing major, but it's enough. It's enough to make sure you don't have deluded illusions. How we doing? How we doing? Ooh, the 70. Another one caught in the fucking tar pit. 63 Denver dumped it on. Whoa. What's he got in front of his mouth? What is that? Is he waiting? Is it waiting for him to open? Is that something he wants to go in there? Must have been that popcorn before he got his ass popped like popcorn. We got another one of these new ones. I'll put him off to the side just for a second. Ooh. Little D75er. Yeah, that's what. Fucking copy your epic. Ah, you took it right out of me. Looks like he was having a laser light show. The Y on Liberty's fucking gone almost. His fucking bow tie is fucking it's not limber. Motherfucker hanging like a pair of rabbit ears. Dwarf rabbit. No, that E, that's post-mint. Little D. Oops. We'll get you in there, don't worry. That's why we cleaned everything up. Ooh, dressed to impress. Look at this guy. He thinks he's just gonna fucking bring the whole fucking house down. The 85 Denver. No, he looks like he looks like he's prepared to perform. Some people focus, some people tend to fold under pressure. I don't know about him. Whoa! Too many hits of CLR, Lincoln. What did we tell you about that shit? All right, guys. Let me show you another error. It won't be directly pennies because obviously I had to show you some different stuff, but show you like another dime, like either that, pull out some quarters or something like that sitting here. Oh no! Oh yeah. Let's see here. What do we got here? Show you guys a little. Where's it at? Where's it at? That's not it. Are you kidding me? Where are you? Is this it? All right, like with this one. I don't know if they call the. Hey, I don't know if they call that shadowing die clashing either. Or you know, when you just see the shadowing of it instead of through it. But it's the right here. Easiest way to show you. See the flame? See the fern? See the shadowing of it? See that? Yeah, I call it the ghost. I call it the ghost flame. But it's little anomalies and imperfections like that that turns the coin very unique and mystique. You know, it gives it some flair, some pizzazz. And it's nothing that we did, but it's actually identifying it and locking it in. Because once you're searching for it, that's fine. Once you lock in, you got it. Got it in custody. Once you really know it, then you put it in fucking captivity and you do what you got to do and you make sure it behaves. You know, sometimes you got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet. But if you don't try, you'll never know. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I've seen less fly through fucking auctions. All right, let's get on to another roll. Because we got what? Yeah, we still got plenty of time. Let's take advantage of it, guys. Let's take full advantage of it. The right way. We're going to embrace it with warming embrace. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on. Only thing I don't like about these, they're just so rolled tight. Now, I'm not surprised that we haven't come across any wheat pennies yet because we haven't really been through that many rolls. But that's a formality. My daughter found 4 in one roll. Go figure, right? Ooh. Let's go. Mysteries about everybody. There you go, man. Keep them suds going. Carbonation station, baby. Don't burp too much. I don't want you to get no air in your diaphragm. Start hiccuping. Then you really won't be going to sleep. You know what they say, 2 in the head's 1 in the bush. $85. You know it, big guy. Hey, you know. Take a lick and keep on ticking. Woo! Oh, shit. They could have did that a little farther off. They could have made him look like a fucking pizza pie. The 98er. Does he really got an ass up in his hair? Is that something that's real? Please don't tell me that's some real shit. I'm begging you. I'm telling you, he's got the weirdest fucking shit going on with his hairdo. You know, this ain't a fucking beauty contest, Lincoln. German Shepherd shaved asshole got first, anyways. There's no such thing as runner-up. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. It's looking like that might be the way he's supposed to be. Maybe he wants to behave. Maybe not. Everything in time will reveal itself. Man, no wonder Lincoln got hit. He was wearing a bow tie, so everybody perceived he was playing both sides. All he had to do was not wear that fucking tie. I think everything would have been all right. Fuck the theater. He was going to go watch it anyway, so if he was going to be popcorn, he was going to be popcorn. That could happen to any of us, anywhere, any place, anytime. Even the confines of your own home. The 83er. The 01 skis. Wow. His in, you can barely see that in, but okay. We'll let you be. Now that one's looking a little bit better. What do we have here? What are you up to? What's the method of your madness? Ooh, looky. We know what that's about. That's right. Can't see from the other side, but it's there. Let him do it again. Yeah. Uh-oh, the 89 Big D. Uh-oh, you better watch out. Somebody might be going to the boom boom room. Look at the laugh of his mouth going to say, ah! Oh, no wonder he was all over the place. He didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. I wonder what that subliminal message was supposed to say. Oh, shit. He was hitting the conjure pipe a little too much. Conjure piping, they call it. When you can't conjure the courage and they have you hit the conjure pipe. Watch it. Watch it, though. Everything's gonna be all right this morning. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hey, must be the Wheaties. There we go, guys. Ooh. Like I said, as long as you have faith, you can save the manatees. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A 58 Denver dunked it. That's all right. That's more from the field. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just gotta talk to and let them know they gotta fucking behave. If they don't, they ain't gonna get nowhere. 85D again, I told you. Them 85 Denver Duntadunts, they know how to fucking pop up like mushrooms. They want to be them fun guys. I'd rather have that than step on a snake and get bit and be a dead guy. 98 Duntadun. I do. 82 Little B. Ooh, 63 Little D. Ooh, 1973 Wide Rim Little D. '73. You're gonna have to run beside me. Otherwise, let's see. '05. '97. Whoa. Oh shit. 79 Little D. Ooh. Ooh, a 64 Little D. Well, isn't that a daisy? Ooh, here we go. 82 Little D. Look at him. Dressed to impress. Fucker's clean. He must have had a baptism before we found him. Because I'm still pondering how he's so damn clean. Ooh, another 82 Little D. I told you guys you better watch out for them Denver Duntadunts. They'll come get you. 70. '78. Don't hate. 2016. The toner. Ooh, the 91 Rod Rim. The fuck? Well, we'll let you go for now, but we'll be talking to you later. Another 85, Big D. But he gone up here. He out of there. $64. What do you see across the way? I secretly saving manatees. Ooh, don't you get in my way, 'cause I will not hesitate. Ooh. Look at this 78 little D. Better watch it. You wouldn't know if he slipped it in. 2020. Sorry, we don't watch that program. Got a half hour left, guys. Let's absorb it in like solar panels taking in UV rays from the sun. Okay. Okay, let me show you. I made a short on it. But here. I was trying to clean stuff up and I was doing a little comparison, you know. But here. You know, when you're looking at like different coins. Mind you, we're gonna lift this up a little bit. Get this over here right bright. A little bit. Oh, hold on. No. All right. I'm going to show you some of these standard ones. Now, when you look at them and the light starts to hit them from a side, it can give you like this optical illusion effect. So you really want to be able to get in on them. This is what your average one would look like, right? I think we all know that. Right now we're focusing on like Liberty and the numbers. Specifically Liberty, okay? So bear with me. This is what your standard one would look like. We're talking strictly 2022 Denvers. You don't ever want to take a different year from a different mint and try to compare it to one if you're trying to find, you know, the fly in the ointment, which is a good problem. But here, another 22 Denver dun-dun-dun. You see how that one's bigger and thicker? That's a double die. And you can just tell. You can just see. See how normal that is? See how it ain't glowing? How it ain't all puffed up with anthroplasty or silicone in the lips? You see that one? You see how much more? See the glowing in it, the shadowing, the etching, how much bigger it is? There's no getting around it. You can see that that's a lot smaller. So that's would be your double die, right? Well then, you can go farther down the rabbit hole when it comes to this. That's why I said, Ayers is a true bread and butter. Now check this out. I just showed you regular. That's what your standard looking like. This is what your double die would look like on it. And then here, this is what I think your triple or quadruple die would look like. You see how much bigger that is from the second one? I mean, fuck. Like I said, if you can't see it, don't look for Ayers. But, like, it sticks out hard to me. So, like, this one and this one, they constitute Ayers. And even up here, if you look at even the letters on this one, a lot bigger than this one. See how it's smaller? That's your standard. Concentrate on Liberty, the letters, the mint mark, and in God we trust, all right? Let's behave now. Let's focus. Keep your finger on the pulse. That's what the normal one would look like. Your double die would look like that, just a little bit bigger. Like it's trying to get too big for its britches, and somebody's got to do something about it before it gets out of control. And then if it is left to its own device and the machines don't want to fucking behave, it'll hit it again. And that's what it'll look like. And that's like a triple or quadruple die. You just see how much fucking bigger everything is? Almost like if you stuck your hand inside of two beehives and pulled them out and they were balloons. You can't... these constitute errors. Like, you can just see how much bigger it is. The writing's on the wall. I'm not talking Pink Floyd either, guys. If you can't see it, pull out your x-ray specs. But yeah, I figured I'd show this to you because every roll I'm doing it. I'm showing you guys something new to look for in errors. If you're going to do it. If not, then so be it. But I figure people would like to know. So I'm trying to give you guys some good knowledge. But I figure you guys would like to see that. So yeah. Nothing exceeds but excess, guys. It pays to discover, and I'm not fucking talking MasterCard. Here we go, guys. Mysteries abound. Fucking behave, you. All right. Save me like a manatee. Save me. Ooh, Fiverr. Ooh. Then now you're making. Ooh, look at that 89er. That sounds like a good problem, and it sounds like you know what you're doing. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. That was straight golden venom. I love it. You're doing the right thing, I can tell you that. I'm the dog who gets beat. Shove my nose in shit. Oh, now, God, I would love for that to be a natural toner. I wouldn't know, though. I know with, like certain other things. Lord. Oh, hey, I think he found Aquaman. I think this one found Aquaman because look at him. He must have found the fucking knife that can cut water. That's why he went looking for him. I'm keeping this one out. Oh, so it is. So what? It's like a clatter? Because there's a million different things that can make it oxidize and do this and do that. But I do have ones where you can clearly see where the front, it does, like I said, it don't even need to be the whole coin. It's just a little bit. But yeah, we're going to keep that one off to the side. He ain't got a good alibi, so it's good alibi. That's what I like to hear. Well, hey, well worth rolling the bones on it, I'll tell you that. I've got something after this roll to show you guys, though. It's a fucking corner. It was my biggest find I found, and I didn't know it was an error. I thought it was a proof or a strike, but I'm not so sure, and I can't find anybody who's ever found one. And when I took it into my buddy's coin shop, he's like, you should totally get that graded. And I'm going to show it to y'all. But that's neither here or there either. It's going to go down, though. Guaranteed. Like the fucking Titanic, absent iceberg. It's going down. Ain't no getting around that shit. What the fuck is that? Does he got cleft pellet or is that is that a wisp? Oh fuck! No, what the fuck does he? Don't tell me that he was down there gave him the cangolinas, and he got that thing, or was he sticking it? What has he got going on there? That's not a fucking mustache. What was he trying to pull the Hitler special? Like what the fuck? What's he got going on there, guys? Inquiring minds would like to know. What is that? What the fuck was he doing there? Overbite? He shouldn't have no fucking front lips then. That fucking shit looks like it's trying to come out like fucking Sabretooth or something. Like, that looks like some kind of... Never mind. I know that's not right, though. That shouldn't be happening. I'm sorry. I get the glance once in a while at the screen. I'm gonna say I see some people going out of their way to make it our knowledge of what they have. If you're so delighted about it, enlighten us with it and bring some energy to the channel and post it to the page so everybody can take a gander. We love looking at coins, man. Post it to the page. Post it to the page and post it to the Instagram page. If not, learn to fucking behave or go down that fucking slimy sewer. Either way, you have no choice. You come on here opening doors you can't close, you're going to get sent to fucking slip and fall school. Because obviously you drunk off that fucking clown sauce. And we're not having it. Savvy? Capiche? Oh. And you're a little too late. I would say better late than never, but, you know, none of you guys that come on here trying to start shit, you're not too effective and you're not inventive, so I can't give you an A for effort. All you do is make sure that my reflexes, you know, just stay second nature because growing up, I used to deal with you fucking short con operators in my, you know, in the flesh. You guys would be nothing but a wet stain and a fucking lump of hair if it was the old me. I'm glad I grew out of that fucking shit. But you're not going to come on here doing it, though. I can guarantee it. Because that's just pure cowardly. Karma's real. And it's going to get you. Oh, I like that little spiderweb collateral damage effect. Oh, look. Look, guys. Oh, die clashing. Do you see it? Die clashing. No, let's get fucking closer, huh? Let's get fucking up close and fucking personal in their fucking face. You guys do see that die clashing, right? Right above the shield. Here. If I have to, I'll fucking draw it out in crayon for you. You see it? Or is that just me? Or those just lines? It's a unique coin. I thought I was seeing it. Maybe not. You know, like I said, there's more to the picture than meets the naked eye. And even with this, sometimes you don't see things they're going to see. Yeah, maybe it was just all hot and bothered. And it was trying to get it out of it. Either or. Endangered species list. I told them to eat their fucking vegetables. The 2017 era. Yeah, that's why I put it in the endangered species list, my brother. Because it ain't going nowhere. It's staying. It's locked in. We're going to find out. Everything in time will reveal itself. Remember that. And when it comes to this stuff, I'm like a moth. And this is the flame. Wow. They were sinking fucking meteorites on him. Look at this. Oh yeah, they really gave him a tune-up. Is that a fucking star? This ain't fucking Madonna and Lucky Stars. Is that a fucking... No, that better not be. I'm looking too hard. Yeah, I don't know what the hell he was on. The 2020. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure you get the whole picture here. Get right with you. I'm so glad I got on when I did, W's. Look at us. We're at least pulling a half of a northern yak. It warms the heart. You know, it makes me know that we're keeping it going. You know what I say? Hey, let them do it again. Yeah. Hey, say you were my friend. Hey, turn me upside down. Oh, hey, feeling so down. Behave. Fault of formation or fault of command or face decimation. Behave. Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now, man. If you don't try, you'll never know. There's too many people just like me. It all goes together. I do this with everybody. We all do this together. So anybody who's on here, you guys are finding it with me. There's no I in team. So nobody can take this away from you. I didn't score. We all fucking scored. Let's just be brutally realistic about the situation. We all scored. And because if you really want to see some massive gobstompers and Oshkoshes that'll make you feel noxious, go back and watch some of the old live hunts. Oh, I guarantee there's enough in my repertoire to keep you fucking occupied. I guarantee it. Oh, I do. I guarantee it. Because if not, I'll make sure that somebody grants you with immortality. But I don't think you'd want that. That'd be sad and sinful because you'd have to watch everybody you care about wither away while you still stay and detest the sands of time. And as the world turns, these are the days of our lives. These are the obstacles we must go through day by day. On top of it, why I like to have fun with stuff like this is because this ain't true currency. We created illusion of this. True currency is credibility, reputation, and leverage. Things that carry on after you go. You know, your legacy. You know, your children, your children's children, you know, all that shit. This shit, you don't get to take this with you. This ain't going to help you. So, you know, you do what you can while you're here. Because any second can be your last. And that's just all there is to it. No, I'm not. Are you fucking afraid of wet paper bags? Because I can tell you can't get out of one. Because that's probably got to be the third time that you have gotten a reprieve and they haven't been removed like a wet stain on a fucking wall for bringing up 1890 banknotes. Are you afraid of somebody kicking you in your fucking door and making it part of the floor? Because it happens to people every day, every second of this inception. Would you like somebody to take your family away from you? Would you like martial law to go into effect? Yeah, you see how that works? Keep spinning your tires in the mud. What I want to know is, what do you have to show for coming on while we all doing what we got to do? What do you have to show for it unless you're just miserable? Because we don't deal with it. Well, I know that they didn't put you in charge of setting the world's fucking hair on fire. But I can tell you're trying to act like it. But you can't even fucking light a candle at night to conjure courage like frightened fucking child. So yet again, why do you keep spinning your tires in the mud? Then show them off. Nobody's stopping you. You're not chained to an organ grinder and you're not being held at gunpoint. Yet again, I will say, if you want to show them off, then post it to the channel. That shit ain't too hard to handle. Nobody's got their foot on your neck, applying fucking pressure. You'll learn to fucking behave. Because next time if you fall, you're not going to get up. You don't want to be Humpty Dumpty on that wall. Even though it ain't Easter, we're still cracking eggs. But we don't want your legs. But you keep it up and you going to be... Watch. You get what you give. You want to play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. Isn't that something? So keep spinning your tires in the mud. See how that works. Well, 803. No. You want to know what? No, you're cool. Well, hold on. Where did fucking Commie Tripe go? Oh, yeah, you. Yeah, the Necromancer just brought you back. You want to know why? We all destined for great and unfortunate things, and you want to know what? You put yourself in one of those situations you can't get out of. You know, you ever heard of, a real person knows their limitations? Well, that's not you. You have no impulse control, you have no restraint, and if you do have a brain, you're not using it, which is sad. It makes us as whole look weak and feeble-minded, and it's unethical, it's deplorable. So guess what? You're going to have to go in the corner with the ocarina, go put some holes in the wall and fucking behave. Bye. Igor and the Brain Trust ain't putting up with your shit, neither is anybody else here. You want to try that shit again? Well, you go put some fucking pressure on your back and go read a book. And if that's not something that you do like one of your local antidotes, go snatch a purse, nickel a bag. Because we're doing stuff on here that is productive and is not negative. It brings a lot of bliss and benevolence and eradicates that fucking insolence and incompetence and negligence that you think that you can bring to this channel. Nobody's going to be infected by your vex. I can guarantee you that. Oh. We got a little bop. They did a drive-by on his ass. Pop. Remember that one when we pulled it over? His whole face looked like they fucking got him up close with a thing of buckshot. Told him open wide, time to wash your mouth out. No, you cool? I just, hey, motherfuckers come on here thinking they're cute, chimping out and shit. And it doesn't do, if you notice, it don't do them any justice. They dilute any credibility they have in this world. They have a hollow vessel with no substance. Obviously, their mother fucking fed them paint chips as a child. Because grown people don't act that way. Unless you're just, ignorant mind being fucked by stupid. Isn't that something? Like I said, they want to keep spinning their tires in the mud. That's fine. It ain't going to bother us over here. Steamroll right over them. But honestly, I'm flattered when it happens because for people to come on and not be here for the right reasons and waste their time that they cannot get back, I'm fucking flattered because they have nothing to show for it but being a fucking chump. A fucking short con wannabe operator that never had the fucking courage to get it up. That's why he was too busy looking through the peephole while his old lady was being DK'd. Well, I'm very sorry that happened to you, and I can relate. I've had things stolen from me before too, and I'm going to tell you right now, what goes around comes around. Karma is very real, and there's nothing wrong with starting back up again. I know you want to probably take your eyes out with a fucking grapefruit spoon every time you think about what you just brought up, and you just bringing it up, I know you relived it. I can relate. I done told you. That's one of the main things this channel is about, being able to relate. Prevention, awareness, just knowledge, it's so easy to do the wrong thing. Living with it's the hard part. So, don't feel discouraged to start back up again. Just think long and hard and hedge your bets when it comes to your coin collection. Don't go around showing everybody and make sure it's not common knowledge that certain people know where it's at because, certain people in, drastic times go for drastic measures, Motherfucker go on autopilot. You wake up and your whole house would be a hollow vessel, no substance. You let somebody come stay the fucking night because they claim they came into town. Somebody that never gave you, never did no tit for tat for you. But then something crawled up in their ass and died. And they got all hot and bothered. And they had to take it out on you because they had to go do something. Whether it was play with their chemistry set, go hump the hole in the wall that they put in there with the ocarina, talk to imaginary people, like optical illusions, or, you know, rubbing one out in the shower and getting the drain pregnant because that's their only quality of life. That's why they hop up on here and do stupid shit. That's why they do the stupid shit that you were victimized to. I'm sorry that happened to you, but you have to remember one thing. We are all destined for great and unfortunate things. You can't have one without the other, okay? The good, bad, life and death, hot and cold, day and night. Like, so, yeah, I'm not saying that it's good that it happened, but it was meant to happen. It was fate, and you can't fight fate. So, I would take it as a learning curve. Whoever did it, if you know who did it, I'd cut them up from the ankles, and I would separate myself from it if you haven't already did it, and just don't dwell on it. Just don't dwell on it. You don't want. There's no reason to destroy yourself with self-loathing over somebody else's actions that subjected you to being, victimized. I mean, I think you understand what I'm getting at. There's no reason for you to take your eyes out with the grapefruit spoon because you're going to do the first one and you're going to be Cyclops. And then you're going to be so prostrate with grief, you're going to pop the other one out and you're going to be no Clops. The only good thing that's going to come from that is your sixth sense are going to kick in. No, the rest of what you have is going to get a little stronger, but I don't think you want to be wandering around aimlessly. Like you have blinders onto the world, Those fuckers might have the old ladies and the fucking tin hat people fooled, but they ain't got us fooled, alright? You're okay here. Nobody's gonna fucking mess with you. Because we don't let that shit happen, that's why. And anybody who wants to pop up like a mushroom and try, go ahead. We aim to please. Parachute in. And don't, hey, can I say something? Did you see? Yeah, I collect banknotes. My favorite are star notes. I used to do a lot of star note hunts last year on here. My biggest star note hunt was out of $1,000 bills, 63 star notes, 2 of them being stragglers, and then 61 of them uncirculated in mint condition in number sequential form. But yeah, I've got $100 star notes, $50. I got them all. Yeah. Collect them all. I like radar notes. I like binaries, super binaries, ladders, repeaters. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, hey, knowledge is power, and it's never too late to start learning. There's always room for improvement in this existence we call our lives, okay? So don't sit, hey, can I tell you something? Don't doubt yourself. Doubt is the true enemy. Time and patience is the true counter. And when in doubt, have faith and save the manatees. Ooh. All right? Damn, look at that. We're at 3 hours, guys. So we're going to do the rest of these, and I'm going to show you my first gob stomper. I believe it's an air, but I didn't know it was an air. And I'll tell you this right now. We've been through so many boxes of fucking quarters marsupial sunbat hunting that, when you find 2 gold novelty strikes, that should never ever be in circulation, but you never find another single fucking one of the coins I'm about to show you, you're going to be like, whoa. Just like whoever said something about I found up-team proofs. That's a good thing. Proofs are NIFCs. That's something that we go out of our way to look for. It's not intended for circulation. The last time that we did dollar coins, We got over 150 NIFCs, over 30 proofs, 1 business strike, 2 of them being old school Susan B. Anthony proofs in pretty much mint condition, and era ones too. Go back and take a gander. I'm gonna show you some shit right after this. Some mass gob stompers. Ooh, look at that 68. What? That's a fucking... Oh, Lord, that's a healthy one. Wow. What is your malfunction? Is that a backwards fucking E? Oh, no. That's a... My bad. Why does that I look like it's not an I? The fuck did they do here? I swear to God, they'd fuck up a cup of coffee. Oh, I guess it's just a little hot and bothered. It looks like these two are fucking trying to connect. Like they're in love or something with each other. Didn't you know a consonant couldn't be in love with a vowel? Dumbass. I know. Let's have a fucking spelling contest. Yeah. Oh, I have a feeling the strain would be too much for them to bear, though. Yeah, because it wasn't too bright either. You're absolutely right there. Oh. The fuck? The fuck what? No, he didn't. Damn, look, it looks like lightning coming down and striking his ass. See that? Keep on fucking with us. I'm going to show you how no camera won't know how to shoot like God come down and strike you. I want to see that lightning. Look at that lightning. He got lightning striking him. I told you. With no camera, I don't know how to shoot like God come down and strike you. Yeah. Let's see it even closer. I'm doing it on purpose, guys. Look at that. I know it might be post-mint, but look at it. It makes it look cool. That's fucking crazy. It's the ride the lightning. Oh, I'm totally pulling this one out. I don't care if it ain't nothing or not. I like broken and messed up things. Like this. No, it's just really unique in its own fucking... I've never seen anything like that. But you know what they say, the first time for everything. Oh, yeah, it rode the fucking lightning. Absent Death Row and Sparky, I'll tell you that. I don't know what the fuck he did, and I don't want to know. I don't want this the karma and the bad taboo to be on my fucking conscience, following me around like a fucking dark cloud in the sky. So I'll leave him to his own device. He can sit there and reflect in reform school and vegetate like a fucking turnip and reflect on his actions. Like a fucking turnip absent garden. Oh, he will behave. They'll learn to fucking behave. If they can quote the rules, they can learn to obey them. Whoa. There's a lot of different things going on here. I'm liking the toning, though. The toner. The oxidizer. 09. Oh. The year I come home from prison. Never hit the ground running and never looked back. Oh! One of the variants. 1 of 5. Ooh. Yee! Yeah. Always keep these, guys, because there's certain ones of these that one little thing messed up with it, and it could be the maker to move mountains. You could actually save some super manatees. And that's the problem. That's what we do. We certified wildlife professional rangers. I save manatees. And I'm not talking figuratively or categorically. I'm talking literally. I know, it reminds me of Pal's Cabin in New Jersey. Or Craster's Keep. Yeah. Zoom, 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 zoom. It must be a glitch. It must be. Another 79 little D. Oh God, he really took his time to get his reflection going. He wanted to make sure he made a good appearance. He didn't. He did this. I'm not gonna lie. I could tell that when he did his hair, it was mostly for posterity and not cosmetic purposes. It was mostly for his own personal posterity. Yeah. Well, I don't blame him. When you're a president, they probably got egos the size of cathedrals. So that's what comes with, trying to do whatever the fuck they do. Wow. Whoa! I'm taking it your dumbass went and you fucking chest bumped a fucking bear right after it woke up. You were fucking drunk. You were fucking twirling that motherfucking thing, smoking that scante with that fucking blowtorch, twirling Pookie, getting high off that scante all night, and you thought you could take on the fucking world. And you accosted a fucking bear right when it woke up from the hibernation station. And look what happened to you. Yo ass is done. Out of there. Oh yeah, he didn't feel it. He was so high off that shit. He was stuck in the air he was stuck in the ozone. Look at that shit. Some of this doesn't even look post-mint. You can see the bear claws. You could see where the bear fucking had his way. Fucking ate away everything. He wanted to eat his thoughts and leave them on display. That shit right there, though, don't. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Either way, endangered species list. Get in the fucking cage, you. Your processing will be done shortly. Until then, sit in a drunk tank and blow some steam and fucking behave. Otherwise, we're going to pull out the tantalizer. The 87D. What was that? Boom. Ooh. An 86 or 66, my bad. Oh no. Hey. You got time to think it out. Yeah. Oh no. 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 The 01er. Ooh, what are you doing? The 75er. MacGyver special. The MacGyver Ivor. Ooh. Looks like you've been to hell and back, and this your voucher. Whoa! Oh, I think we found another leper. Stay away. I would say get out the fucking hazmat and the gasmat, but that ain't gonna help. Just stay the fuck away from it. Don't even look at it. It might have that Medusa effect. Look at him. He's fucking foaming. It's coming out of every fucking orifice. I think we found another leper. You know there's no coming back from that shit. Maybe he needs a morality car wash. Oh, I know what he wants. A fully fueled jet and a safe trip to the Pope. Well, he's going into fucking isolation. Okay, guys. Oh, fuck. The 09er. The grinder. Oh! Hey! Oh! That's what we like to see. Look at the fucking chemtrail in the background. What the fuck? That's bogus. That's so dirty what they try to do to us. What they've been doing. It's like shoveling shit against wind. This is a nice one, though. Look at what he's saying. He's like, isn't that a daisy? That's where you going to find me. I'm inside there. You can't come. Can't come this night. Can't leave unless you come in. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, check this out. Give me a second. I'm going to show you something. Show you something a little special. This is something that I feel is an error, and this is totally being graded, and I don't care what it comes back. I need clarity. It's like an itch I can't fucking scratch. Not knowing's worse than knowing, so I don't care what it comes back, but give me a second. I need to get some ice. I got something over here that's all hot and bothering me. I need it to cool the fuck down and behave. I don't need it overheating and blowing a fucking gasket. I hear a rod knocking in its motor. I told them to put some fucking Bowser oil in there, but they just don't listen. It's almost like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, you know? But that's why we don't tell nobody what to do. We just suggest to them. We tell them to take it under advisement with themselves. But most of them don't own a mirror. So they can never entertain the thought. Because they ain't got the courage to look at themselves. You want to know why? They're their own worst enemy. That's why they got to come on here pulling that fucking wannabe fucking, oh, I'm cute and I'm smart and I'm going to fucking, I'm going to cause some shit. Nah. All you did was dilute yourself like a fucking chump. And nobody likes those blowjob comments anyways. Not while we're focused on with a task at hand, with deadly purpose, absent negative thoughts. And then we have somebody coming on with them negative thoughts. Now, here we go, guys. I'm going to show this to you first. Now, we all know what a standard quarter looks like, right? State quarters, right? Let me try to... Here, I think you all know. I think you all have a regular Delaware quarter sitting around. We all know what... If you don't know what proofs and business strikes look like, we can go through that a little bit too, but, you know, to get down to brass tasks, we're going to get right in. We're going to keep it real for you. We don't pretend. I had to drop out of school because every day was like the weekend, and I ain't saying like I'm proud either. Now here, it doesn't even have to be a Delaware. I'm just trying to find a blank quarter somewhere. If I can find a Delaware, that'd be nice so we can just even the keel, but if not, I'll just grab one of these standard ones. Yeah, that's not going to be it. We all know what that looks like. Okay. Yeah. We all know what a fucking Virginia quarter looks like, right? Because I'm not digging down no hole for that shit. What's this? Oh, that's right. We had a couple jumpers, guys. We got to peel them off the fucking pavement. Pull out the pooper scooper. Let's see what try to elude capture, guys. Let's see what try to elude capture before we throw the gobstomper out. A 98 toner. Okay. A 98 again. Well, isn't that a daisy? You gonna give us trips over here? Oh, 95. That's a year I just don't like, but you can't run away from. It already happened, but the 89er. Okay, guys. Here we go. we all know what, your average circulation strike quarter looks like. Well, I'm just going to pull a random one out. Don't make me leap out, pull a piece out, shooting. I'm just trying to knock this teeth out. Okay, here we go. Here's our standard circulation quarters. This is what a standard circulation quarter looks like. This is a nice clean one. These are somewhat rare to come across now these days, especially if you're hunting them. You don't find them. Yellowstone. I told you Buffalo Bill didn't do all the buffalo kill. They're still fucking live. I just fucking showed you. But, yeah. Your standard ones come from Philly and Denver. 99.9% of the time. As long as everything's going to schedule. Now, you have business strikes. One of the rarest business strikes we ever found was the volcano one, which was crazy in mint condition. But the case is all scratched up. It's really hard for you to see it. So, yeah, I'll show you a different business strike. Every one that I'm showing you, we have found on hunts. Now, your standard business strike is going to have an extra clad over it to make it shine. You don't really have a mirrored cameo. It just gives you a clad layer over it. Almost like easiest way to show you this is showing you, since we were doing pennies first. Since we were doing pennies first, that'd probably be the best way to show you. That's a business strike quarter. I just showed you a regular circulation quarter. You guys have seen plenty of circulation pennies. This is a business strike quarter. Here's a business strike penny. You see how it's just completely cladded with another layer on it? Okay? It's easy, okay? You can still see him hiding in the fucking back like he's sitting on the Iron Throne, but he ain't here. And then, this is what your proofs look like. They have the mirror cameo in the back, and the adverse, and the reverse embosses minted Praetor. Now we're going to get back to the quarters. We just showed you a business strike, like I said. And just like I said, you got your S for San Francisco. You got to remember that, too. That's another key thing you're looking for. Beautiful coins, though. Beautiful coins. Beautiful. Especially when you find them this way. When you find them like this, it's crazy. Especially in circulation, because these were not intended for circulation, and they don't make a lot of them, so very low mint run. Now we're going to go to proofs. More punch in a bowl of juice, all right? Already showed you a proof and striking the penny, so already showed you a regular that. Now, here's what proofs look like. You got your mirror cameo. You see that right there? That's a die break. There ain't nothing I can do about that. But you see how that verse is frosted like ice or snow or minted Praetor? You got your S. And like I said, the same on the back. And these, like I said, these are not intended for circulation. Never were. So when you come across these, the last thing you want to do is start doing this, because you'll scratch that frosting right off. No, I'm dead serious. That's how fragile they are. So that's why when we find them, we seal them up quick. Because we love looking for stuff that's not intended for circulation. Now, I done showed you all that, right? So before I show you that gobstopper, we'll go to whatever else we look for in Marsupial Sunday hunting. Y'all know about the West Points. I know that. There's 5 different variants of the West Points, guys. They made them in 2019 and 2020 for the quarters, okay? I think we all on the same page with this. So, let's not get off the forbidden path, But your standard West Point's going to look like this, guys. It's going to have a little extra clad layer over it. And you're going to have your W mint mark. Okay? But I'm going to tell you this yet again. When they made these, they only made them in 2 years. 2019 and 2020. And there's 5 variants of it. Each one that they made, they only made 2 million of each. So finding these is very epic. Because there's not a lot around. 2 million is nothing. Fucking nothing. Now, from your average West Point, like I said, we'll put on the X-ray specs too so you can see. I know it's a little bit more harder to see on here, especially with the shinier ones. But like I said, that W right there is what you're really looking for. But yeah, if you get one of these, just know that you have 1 of 2 million of them, because they only made 2 million of each West Point, okay, and they only did it for 2 years. Now, if you come across one of the mammoths, like my favorite quarter in the world is the marsupial sunbat and the baby. We have found 2 of them during our hunts, and believe me, they lead the legions. But if you find the ambrosia, the mountaintop, the gobstomper of the West Points, it will look like this. And the difference here is you're going to have your W mint mark, and you're going to know if you got one of the big boy gobstoppers because of the V75 privy mark on the other side, right above Liberty, lined up with his chin. See it? That's how, if you got one of those, you've got one of the mammoths. And the same goes for them. They only made 2 million of them. But if you got the one with the V75 privy mark, you've got one of the big boys. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, like I said, there's 5 variants of the West Point. 2 years they only made them, and of each one, only 2 million. That's fucking nothing. That's a speck. But if you get one that has a W, that's a win. We're warlords. That's what we do. We're at war. But you catch this W, and you catch this over here, it's a compound fracture. And I'm talking, that's one of them good problems. On top of it, wow, I bought it, huh? You're funny. You know how bad you just deluded yourself? Every single coin that I'm showing on here right now that pertains to doing with these, everything has all been found on lives, you fucking ramrod. So I think you need to go check yourself. Go blow your nose. No, I know it's not a question. It's your opinion. And no, every single West Point I own was found on a live in a hunt. So guess what? I think you need to go blow a pop stand. Like the wolf. Go blow a pop stand down. Go in the corner and practice the blows pop sound. Put holes in the ocarina, behave. Can't be pulling out the goblin in public. Fucking ramrod. Can you believe that? Oh, I bought these. No, I didn't. Every single coin that I'm showing you on here, all these, every single one, all you got to do is go back and look at bat hunts, quarter hunts. You're going to see that we found them. You know? Like, come on. Stop diluting yourself, guys. I mean, really. I had somebody come on watching me do it, and he goes, I've been through 10 boxes of quarters and I haven't got one. I said, well, you have to have faith. The brutal reality of this is, if you're looking for key coins, every time you go through a coin, you're one step closer to finding it. So, well, I'll tell you this right now. This is the one I've been worrying about. Because it's not a proof. It's not a strike. I think it's clad air. This is it, though. This is the quarter I've been wanting to show you. This was my very first find. And I didn't know what the fuck it was. But I knew to put it up so it didn't get scratched up. This will be one of the first ones to get graded. But yeah, if anybody's got one like this, let me know. Post it to the channel. I love that somebody goes, oh, you bought these. Actually, no, I fucking didn't. And I love any credibility they had just went fucking right out the window and disintegrated with deadly purpose. Every fucking coin that I'm showing you here was all found on live with y'all. So, you know, they're insulting you guys too when they come up here and do that, remind you. And I'm not asking you to do anything, but you wonder why me and my people nip it in the butt. Because these were all found together in hunts. That's why we look for it. Because it's so epic. We're for the thrill, the suspense, anticipation, the glory, the action. It's too easy to go out and fucking buy a coin. Like, you know, you ain't going to believe me then over here then, you know, when we were doing 50-cent pieces. Bicentennial proof. Yeah, it's a copper-clad one, but you want to know what? They make them in other special ones like They make them at copper core, aluminum, or nickel alloy, but they also make an NIFC versions. And when it comes to the old Kennedys and all that, I'm going to explain something else to you. Give me 1 second. Look, when we go through 50-cent pieces, we're not looking for fucking silver, okay? We're not. We're looking for heirs and we're looking for NIFCs. Now, your standard, we're going to break this down really fucking quick. Your standard composition back then was fucking silver, okay? So these are not NIFCs. These are not NIFCs, okay? These are just some, a few that we found, and we're not a silver hunting channel. I don't hunt my own kind. I don't hunt werewolves and vampires. So, but look, this is not an NIFC, okay? 1964. This is not an NIFC. This was intended for circulation, just different compositions. And this right here is an NIFC. Now, remember how I showed you guys proofs? Like these? You see that, right? Copper core, aluminum, or how should I say, nickel alloy. Okay? This is an NIFC, but they also make another variant, which is the silver clad NIFC. Our very first silver clad NIFC was a 64 proof. And this is a true NIFC. This was not intended for circulation. This was. They made under 4 million of these. And we found this son of a bitch. The only other silver one that I found was a very, very rare year. And I couldn't believe that we cracked it either. Where is it at? Right here. Is that it? And mind you, too, when it comes to the 50-cent pieces and all that, what's really epic about it is you got the year 78, or it's 87. I think it's 87. Those are NIFCs. And then from 2002 to 2020, Philly and Denver circulations are all NIFCs along with San Francisco's. And you can look it up. Very low mint run. So if you catch any in between 02 and 2020, they're NIFCs and they only made a few million of them. But, like, for example, I'll show you. I'm going to show you the second silver-clad proof we found. This is a normal circulation strike, which was made for circulation. Okay? This is an NIFC, 64 proof, not intended for circulation. That's what we like to find. Now, I'm going to go to my book, and even though it's outdated, it doesn't change the mintage on these. And that's all we care about. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you our second proof strike, a silver-clad strike we got, and I'm going to show you the big difference and why it's an NIFC and the whole reason why we look for NIFCs. Okay, half dollars. Check this out, guys. When you look at the half dollars, look after you get to 2002. From 2001 all the way back, they were intended for circulation unless it was a silver strike or a proof. And like I said, even back then, like your 81s and 71s, you could find them in silver. You could find these in silver, but these are the copper ones, but they're not NIFC. Now, look, from 2002 all the way to 2020, look at the Philly and Denver circulation. They're NIFCs. They did not make a lot of them. Now I'm going to show you the second one. 2011, proof, but it's not a copper. It's not a copper core. It's a silver. Let's go to 2011, because we found plenty 2011 Phillies and Denvers. Look at how low for 2011 the Phillies and Denvers are. Less than 2 million of each. Now let's go to their strikes, the copper cores. A little over 1 million. Now look at the fucking strike silvers. Not many. Not many at all. Like, that is a very rare year for the silver strikes. Not many. Under 580,000. So like when you find one like this, which is the silver proof strike, you can obviously see no copper core. You're finding true NIFCs, but like I said, when you go through these, it's you're not going to be popping these a lot because, like I said, look how low the fucking mint run is from 02 to 2020. Very low mint run, very very low, and that's why they're not intended for circulation because they weren't put in circulation. They just weren't. But you know, when you want to go back, you go back to these, you can see they made hundreds of millions of them. Like here, we'll go to 64, so I can show you. Like I said, the composition back then was silver. It doesn't make them special. There's more in life than fucking scummy silver. I mean, Jesus. I can't stand people who are so one-sided and dilute themselves and don't give themselves a fucking chance. Are you looking for silver? No, I'm not. Well, I don't like your channel. Then what the fuck are you here for? Do a U-turn and move it like you're in fast forward. But here we go, guys. Look. 64. 64s. They made 273.34 million. And obviously silver was the composition back then. But for the proofs, they didn't make many. They didn't make many. Matter of fact, hold on here. That's for ascending hair ones. You can't even see. What do we got here? Right there. Yeah. See right here on the side? They made 3.95 million of the NIFC one, the proof one, and we found one. So, you know, there's under 4 million of these. So to find one in a hunt from 64 in this shape is fucking epic. You see what I'm getting at? So, you know, you could take it as it is, but for anybody who wants to come in here and assuming somebody's life or our adventure in a handful of syllables using that hole in that head they call their fucking face, I hope they should start thinking before they act. Because if they do that shit outside, like, you know, not on here, out, you know, in the world, they're gonna become a fucking statistic. Somebody's not gonna put up with their shit. I know. It's not cool. It's not cool. But there's people out there that just don't give a fuck. And they're on autopilot. And it's fight or flight. And you're gonna act fucking dumb. They're gonna treat you dumb. They're gonna leave you slumped. But yeah, this I feel is a hardcore error because this ain't no standard circulation strike, but it was made from Denver. I think it's a clad error. Because it's not a silver one. But you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, that don't mean a fucking thing. If this is an error, it's going to do something, guys. But you know, I hope everybody had fucking fun. We found a lot of good errors. We're going to fucking post them. I hope y'all did have fun. Anybody who's new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Don't worry about things that are out of your control. Worry about what you care about. Worry about things that are going to give you pleasure. Don't dwell on things. Life's too short. Be a better friend to yourself. You know, and until next time, I want y'all, you got any suggestions to bring to the table, post. If you got anything you want to post to the channel, go right ahead. Also got a link for the Instagram in my bio. You want to post on there? Follow. When I accept your follow, you can post on there, but you can post right on the page if you've been a follower for more than a day. But other than that, like I said, guys, this was an epic hunt. I'm very proud of everybody. We did awesome. When in doubt, have faith. And remember, save the manatees. Ooh. Is your warlord with them? I'm out. Ooh.